All right, let's do a bit of a crossing now. And Morning Live producer Kirat Lala is in Pretoria for the Department of Higher Education's National Skills Authority. Let's find out what that's all about and get some more details about the event. Kirat, good morning to you. Talk to us about this particular event that you're attending this morning.
Good morning, Leanne. That's right. So the National Skills Authority is hosting a two-day conference discussing everything that has to do with skills. Now, today is the last day of that conference, and last night there was an award ceremony awarding all those in the SETA sector with different awards. Now, with me now, I'm joined by the NSA CEO. His name is Dr. Thabo Mashangwana, and he's going to tell us more about what has been happening here over the next 2 days. Welcome, Dr. Mashangwana. Now, talk to us about this NSA skills conference that has been happening over the last 2 days.
The NSA skills conference that happened since yesterday was all about taking stock of what took place in the last 5 years of the National Skills Development Strategy. We were actually reviewing and introspecting as to how far we have come. And we are also saying to ourselves, what is the work that is lying ahead of us and how best can we then prepare ourselves? So we have actually called upon all stakeholders from all over the country to come and discuss these matters. And last evening, we then rounded off the day with National Skills Awards, where we were really celebrating the achievements of the best skills development practices across the country by those implementers, be it organizations, be it small companies, who really are taking forward the mandate of skills development. And we were actually looking at them and say, who opened up sufficient workplaces to up and coming young people of our country to allow them entry into their workplace. So that's what we were celebrating last night.
Let's talk about the exhibitions that are happening here as well. There are many students, I believe, coming through. So who's taking part and what do you hope to achieve from this?
The exhibitions, we actually liaised with Gauteng Department of Education. So the schools within the radius of 100 are then bussed in. We want to give opportunity to those young learners who would want to then make up their mind in terms of their future careers. So they are going through the stalls, and in the stalls we have the sitters exhibiting, we have companies, we have universities and TVET colleges. They are also obviously assisted in terms of information regarding career guidance. But we also have our own delegates who are then free also to get into the stalls and to network and to get to understand what others are doing.
Now, you talk about a radius of 100 kilometers, but as we know, that youth unemployment stands at 50%. So what is going to happen to those children post-matric or maybe post-tertiary as well with the NSA? What do you hope to achieve there?
Like I said earlier, the intention is to really encourage employers to open up their workplaces, to allow those graduates, either from university or TVET, to come into that and obviously gain work experience. But also what the sitters have been doing all of these years was to really ramp up their pace in terms of the learnerships opportunities, the skills program opportunities, as well as offering bursaries. So we have actually achieved much, comparatively speaking.
And now, going forward, as you know, that the SETAs were brought from the Department of Labour in 2009 into the Department of Higher Education. How has that been going these past few years?
Very interesting indeed. For the SETAs to then form part and parcel, let me say in particular the skills development function. It's a movement from Department of Labour to the new department, which was then it is the Department for Higher Education and Training. Brought the SETAs closer to the public providers such as the TVETs as well as the universities. It's something that did not take place or happening in the previous era. But right now we see close links between all of this, and we also have SETA offices in most of the TVET colleges, so as they are then accessible to the learners in the TVET college, but not only learners in the TVET, but learners within that municipality or community are free to access the SETA offices for assistance.
Now, out of these SETAs, obviously there's many of them. I believe there are over 20. Which sectors are needing the most skills? Where can children or young adults that want to get into jobs or get upskilled, which SETAs do they need to go to? Which SETAs are the ones that currently do need skills?
You know, all of the SETAs, if I might say so, all of the SETAs really need more learners and are doing great work. Remember, these intermediaries that are then lined up and placed in such a way that strategically placed to talk to the sectoral issues of our economy. So each SETA talks to a particular economic sector with its a particular set of needs, skills needs. Obviously, they may differ in terms of size. You're looking at the MER SETA, which of course is one of the largest. Included to that is the service SETA, the biggest SETAs. But that does not necessarily mean some of the smallest SETAs do not need more learners. I mean, you have, for an example, Agri-SETA in the agricultural sector. It is the most strategic SETA that our country needs at this moment, because we want to train more of the learners in the agricultural sector to manage the food processing companies as well as the small farmers.
Well, thank you very much to Dr. Thabo Mashangwane, who is the National Skills Authority CEO. Thank you very much for joining us on my program. All right, so that was it. That was Dr. Thabo Mashangwane from the National Skills Authority CEO. Now, SETAs stand for Sector Education and Training Authorities. And that is from us. We will cross back at about 8:30 back here at the National Skills Conference. I believe we're taking a break now.